Gail Godwin's A Southern Family is explicitly portrayed in an assorted voices. Her work materializes a profound and unforgettable portrait of a Southern family. She meticulously combines third-person narrative and first-person narrative interior monologues, poems, and letters in creating a complex weave of subjectivity. This book takes off from the murder of Theo Quick and his fiancée. The mystery of these unexpected murders is gradually disclosed throughout the chapters, instilling in me a sleuth and looking through the lens of a detective. I keenly look for some clue in chapter 8 of this novel that will give us some lead to unravel the mystery behind these unexpected murders. In this video, we are going to dive deeper into chapter 8 of this novel. Grip up your seats in suspense, my dear friends, for some shocking revelations. Chapter 8 is exclusively entitled as Error, after Chilean pianist Claudio Error. This 81-year-old acclaimed pianist is seen stooped over keyboard playing sonata. Felix Rohr, Claire's European lover, is fascinated by the music composition and started to walk down in the lane of reminiscence. He recalls one of his life's facets at the age of 8 when his mother, a devoted musician, used to take him to concerts at Vienna of Bacchus. Felix's uncles Hermann and Siegfried left Austria in 1936 and started a theatre, the Old World Theatre, from the profits earned through the carbon factory. He joined his uncles and happily produced musical plays and did some acting and singing, but never aspired to be a Kanzler, German surname for artist. While Error still playing, Felix's attention kept turning to a nice-looking young man with a blonde mustache. In features, color, and build, Felix was strongly reminded of Theo Quick, Claire's dead brother. It seemed like an illusion. Felix has conversed with Theo for just 2 days when he met him in the beach during the last summer. Felix, the executive producer of World Theatre, and Claire, a successful writer in New York, had been together for past 7.5 years. He gives a vivid description of Claire on how unhappiest creature she was when unsuccessful as a writer. Gail Godwin has taken tremendous efforts in portraying the frustration of ambitious women in this chapter. Felix then goes to narrate a flashback by sorrowfully recalling Theo and his son Jason's arrival at the beach 4 months ago. Felix and Theo had discoursed on various topics. The former praised and admired Southerners, while the latter was keen on pulling them down, though he was a Southerner. Theo and Felix share a similar failed tale of marriage. Their responsibility of raising a child without their mother is vividly portrayed here. Susan, Felix's first wife, left his daughter Lizzie with him as she was focused on building up her acting career. Theo humorously responds to this by stating how Jason, his little boy's mother, was set on a vegetating career, remarking the life of tribes caustically. Felix advises how solemn his fatherhood is to Theo by highlighting that they re-experienced childhood through them that was buried for years. Theo and Jason shares a unique bond like Felix and Lizzie. Felix observed that Theo was unhappy at his profession and drafted a plan with Claire to take Theo and Jason along with them to New York, but later dropped the plan due to various reasons. Theo's ambition of wanting to be a highway patrolman is revealed here. He had to give up on his dream as it wasn't socially acceptable to his family. Every now and then, Godwin never fails to expose the family's part in Theo's life and career. Theo was even turned down to join his father, Ralph Quick's business, as he lost his interest when he was cheated by one of his confidants on building a motel. Deeply depressed about the current situation in business, Theo Quick narrated an incident from his childhood when he was taken to a site by Ralph. He enthusiastically watched the bulldozer pushing huge piles, changing the shape of the land, two great yellow machines dancing together. He used to witness how Ralph's face beamed with pride and happiness as he noticed his son enjoying the sight of his business. We observe how Felix exhibited a keen interest in restoring Theo's distorted life. He encouraged wholeheartedly to expand Theo's family business as Felix took up world theatre from his uncles. Felix then continued his childhood narration of a miserable past. Despite the fact that both his parents had been killed in a London air raid, he had managed to retain his exuberance and his optimistic temper. Claire advocated a theory: if a person has a secure childhood to build on, he is indestructible, thereby highlighting the complicated childhood of Theo and Claire. She explicitly unveiled how she ran away to escape from witnessing Ralph turning Lily into an independent mother and helpless wife. She escaped from the suffocating home by throwing the burden on Theo's shoulders, turning him into their battleground. Later, Felix and Ralph Quick shared a cocktail hour that evening, sipping mint juleps and discoursing on commendable army tales. Other members slowly descended to gather together in the kitchen, and at long last in came Theo, without his shirt, carrying his naked boy wrapped in a large bath towel. Everyone in the family treated his behavior with contempt, and this reversed the whole scenario from a happy state to a sorrowful one. At the end of the chapter 8, we get back to the initial scenario where Felix, Claire, and Lizzie share a table at the Russian tea room, witnessing the concert of Claudio Arrow. Claire seems very much dejected and disappointed at Theo Quick's murder. It's just been 4 months since his unexpected demise. Lizzie by then puts forward her own contradictions of the Jewish beliefs, and she is soon heading towards Tel Aviv, a place in Jerusalem, to stay with her aunt. Felix is now disturbed about the dream that he saw of Jason, where he knocks at the door and asks permission to stay there with them. This moves Felix's heart. Now Claire is heading towards the mountains of western North Carolina in search of Snow, Theo's ex-wife, so that she can get some clue on how Theo ended up his life so miserably. Now we see Claire heading towards mountains of western North Carolina in search of Snow. Lizzie moves towards Tel Aviv to stay with her aunt, and Felix goes to Vienna in search of some producers to enhance his world theatre. And that is how this chapter 8 ends. And probably we should wait for chapter 9 for some of the revelations about Theo's murder.